Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Madness the Darkmoon Faire and the standard year is coming to an end, so it's one of the final times to play stuff like Highlander decks and also to play Bomb Warrior. Bomb Warrior is about to rotate out of standard format. Range Caliber is going away, upgrades going away, all the bomb synergy cards are going away, so there's nothing left of the deck. So I decided to give the deck one more go. Just with a regular deck list, nothing too special. Just putting some bombs into people's decks and watching them explode. The core idea of Bomb Warrior is to put a lot of bombs in people's decks. You play your Range Caliber, you buff your Range Caliber, you bring your Range Caliber back, you have tools to tutor for your Range Caliber with Corsair Cash, and that's just what the deck does. It is the weakest warrior deck defensively because you don't run any of that risky skipper package. So while you have stuff like Minefield and you have stuff like Bladestorm and you have stuff like Brawl, your defenses are still the weakest of the warrior decks. And that can really hurt because aggressive decks generally have a better chance of succeeding against Bomb Warrior than they have against other warrior decks. On the other hand, this deck can punish something like Highlander decks really hard because you shuffle multiple bombs in their decks and you disable all their Highlander cards, and that makes them upset and everything. So, upsides and downsides. Overall, I won slightly more than half of my games when I was playing this deck, so I suppose it's quite alright. Not exactly top tier, but it's a playable deck if you happen to have the cards and you want to give it one more farewell. A couple of things you want to know in addition to just putting bombs into people's decks is that Lord Barrow set the health of all other minions to 1, death rattle deal 1 damage to all minions. So you can combine Lord Barrow with stuff like Sword and Board, you can kill this with Sword and Board, you might kill this with Shield Slam, you can use this with Bladestorm to kill all of those 1 health minions. You can even get a Lackey from Evil Quartermaster that then allows you to rush or to just deal damage to it. So many ways that you can use Lord Barrow. And another card that you can play around with is Blastmaster Boom. Summon 2 1/1 boom bots for each bomb in your opponent's deck, so if you want to put some bombs in the deck, you play Blastmaster Boom. You often want to do something like Blastmaster Boom and Bladestorm, so you get those boom bots to explode immediately, especially if you're up against something that can take away those boom bots like Plague of Death from Priest or Amazing Reno from Mage. So those are some of the cards that you can do some nice things with. As for the mulligans with this deck, you really want the Range Caliber. You actually want the Corsair Cash more than you want the Range Caliber, because then that gives Range Caliber more durability. So yeah, sure, you keep Range Caliber if nothing else is offered, but you keep Corsair Cash instead of Range Caliber if at all possible. Then Minefield is a great defensive card, one of your best early defensive tools, and Evil Quartermaster is just a minion that you can play against almost any deck. It gets some presence on the board, gives you a little bit of armor, gives you that Lackey in hand, gives you more flexibility. Just a great opening card in almost all matchups. Now, let's go take a look at Bomb Warrior in action one more time in Standard. And if you enjoy this content, please like this video and check out my Twitch where I live stream Hearthstone. And that means classic format, that means the nerf patch, balance patch, and then of course the expansion the following week. But right now, like the final moments of this meta, I have played every deck, I guess. At this point, I think I've played every deck. Okay. What I need to find here is my weapon. A Corsair Cash or Range Caliber. This is a Highlander mage. So if I can get some weapons going, I will be fine. If I can't find a weapon, then I will be in trouble. Yep, that's not a weapon. I don't want to spend the coin yet. I think I'm going to spend the shield block next turn though. If I can't pick up a Corsair Cash, that gives me 2 more draws. Maybe find the Range Caliber. They could have a counter spell there though. What if it's a counter spell? Playing shield blocking counter spell, that would suck. Counterspell is definitely one of the secrets they use. There's also the Netherwind Portal, of course. Let's check it out with the coin. It's neither. Okay. Well, that's intriguing. I was hoping it was like Netherwind Portal and then I could Shield Slam. Hi, Change. Thoughts on the new Battle Pass? It's better. Also the paid pass. I'm probably going to buy the paid pass, and then I will use the gold that I get from that to buy the mini set. That's how I think this is going to work out now. But I cannot find a weapon. I just cannot find a weapon. No Kosekashi, no range calibers against the Highlander mage. Well, that sucks. I need to shield slam that one now. Not fun, but yeah. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit better. Especially the paid one. Oh, those are some pretty big rolls. Okay. And I can't find a weapon. Seriously. Which one is the illusion? The other one's the illusion. Well, we're going to minefield. That should kill the illusion. Except for it doesn't. Uh-huh. I mean, this deck is built around getting Kosekashi or Range Caliber. If you can't get either of those, it's really hard to succeed. Really hard. Oh boy. At least now I get to kill the illusion. Are you kidding me? There's a Kosekashi finally. 2 Kosekashis even. Okay. I need a little bit more time to get some range calibers going. Will I have that time? I don't know. I mean, that was a big Chandies and I managed to miss all the... managed to miss everything. Well, now it's the Kosekashi. And the range caliber. And I'll have to face tank that. Sadly. Going down to 14. They might have weapon removal. And down to 14 is probably a pretty huge problem for me. I might not be able to survive this. Definitely looks like I might have problems surviving this. Now, if they get Malygosi's Frostbolt, doesn't that just mean that I die? Probably. Or they have like... And then they had... seriously. What a nonsense game. Super favorite matchup too. Hi Redalus. But it took me until turn 7 to find my first weapon. And then we kind of just went on from there. I have to find a way to get rid of some of the damage. But if they have anything that they can play next turn, that just kills me, right? Hi BFT aficionado. Yeah, well, I mean, turn 7 before I find my first weapon against the Highlander mage, who just applies tons and tons of pressure. And it looks like I'm dead. I mean, if they have like Dragon Queen here, I just die. I won't be able to remove it. If they have any pressure, I'm just dead. They give me some health. Well, that's sweet of them. Even though it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. I need the armor. All the armor I can get. Okay, second bomb into the deck. That deactivates the Zephyrus. Zephyrus is immediately reactivated by them drawing the bomb. Seriously, this is like the worst possible luck that you can have in this game. This is the worst possible luck that is possible to have. 2 secrets as well. So if they get like... oh boy. Yeah, I mean, they're putting on a lot of pressure here. I have absolutely nothing I can do. Well, I need a Lord Barrow on this board. Maybe there's an entity there. If there's an entity, I'm fine.
Do try to keep yourselves alive. Do try to keep yourselves
Oh, you're telling me that you have a Lord Barrow too? I need to be careful about this. What if there's an element portal or counter spell? I can try an upgrade here. Okay, so then this one goes there. Kills all of their board. Then I can do another upgrade here. I can hero power. I can hit them in the face. And I can deactivate Zephyrus again. Okay, Zephyrus is deactivated. Zephyrus and Dragon Queen are deactivated. I got to 10 health. They have one discovered spell. Now they have another discovered spell. Krastinov can get in here. Let's see about the spell first. Sweeping Strikes. That goes nicely with the Krastinov now. Krastinov with Sweeping Strikes. I still need to take that tree. So I'm down to 9 health now. Okay, I'm down to 9 health. I haven't seen their main deck counter spell yet. There's now enough bombs in the deck that it's very unlikely that they would be able to... Okay, well that can hurt. That was randomly generated power of creation. Holy guacamole. Big things. I need to shield block first. Can I pick up a shield slam, please? I cannot. That's tough. I have to coerce one of those. I have to spend the minefield and hit into that one. Okay. So I go to 11. They now have those two spectral seniors in hand. They cost 6 apiece. There are 4 bombs in the deck. There's still a small chance here. And this is when I couldn't find a weapon until turn 7. And my minefield didn't manage to hit the barrow illusion at all. So many things went extremely wrong here. They still have that random spell. Do I want to play the Galagrond this turn? They still have access to Amazing Reno, so I need to do Blastmaster Boom together with the Bladestone once I pick it up. I could armor up Sword and Board. Galagrond. That's doable. That will give me the Deathwing too, and enough damage to kill the Spectral Senior. Sword and Board. I want as much armor as possible though. I wanted to swing first actually. Swing into it. Get another bomb into the deck. Armor up and play Galagrond. This activates the Kronks and this draws the Deathwing. So if they just play another Spectral Senior, I can kill that with the Deathwing. Okay. I can kill both of these with the Deathwing now. Here comes the Deathwing. I will simply hit them in the face. Okay, they have 5 bombs in their deck. Right, 4 bombs in their deck. Still 4 bombs there. I have the Blastmaster and Bladestone, so I can play around Reno. A random secret. Okay. Random secret, eh? I can play Horde Pillager, in case it happens to be Entity. It is not Entity. And just swing. Okay, it was an ice barrier, fine. They got some net healing out of that. That's nice for them, of course, of course. They're 22, they have 5 bombs in the deck. I have the Blastmaster Boom and the Blade Storm.
Life and hope are worth fighting.
That's not active. Okay.
You win.
No, they lose. Yeah, 1800 NA is not going to be enough. Most likely. I mean, obviously there's a bunch of people coming back for the expansion, so probably there's a lot more good players playing, so then a lower rank is available. But you still need the MMR, so you still need to win. If you're 1800 now, you're just not magically going to gain MMR by more people playing. Alright, up against the shaman. Let's see about this. But yeah, Bomb Warrior overall, it's not a great deck for this meta. It's the worst warrior deck when it comes to defending yourself. And that's really a fairly major problem. It was sword and board, the Wrath of Faire Totem. I think I do. I'm beginning to feel Totem Shaman vibes here. And I don't want to let them have that totem there, so they can buff and copy it. Yep, definite Totem Shaman vibes. Definite Totem Shaman vibes. I think I have to minefield these. I'm not very happy about this though. They're going to have, because of the Lackey, they're going to have more 1 health minions here, so I can't get rid of their totems very effectively. I'll have to kill that one too. Is this a position where I have to play my upgrade? I think this is. It's rare that you would want to play upgrade like this, but I'm playing against an aggro deck. I need to survive. So when I do it like this, that means that I will be able to use Krastinov next turn and upgrade my weapon and start getting some value that way. Like right here now. Krastinov kills that one, it upgrades my weapon so I can kill that one. Of course, great for me that they lowered that. And now they don't necessarily have that 2 damage, having just spent the Serpent Shrine Portal. It's very likely that they had the 2 damage, but they don't necessarily have it. And then that would mean that Krastina would buff this Heavy Axe again. And that would just mean that I slowly get to a better and better position with this. But they seem to have another Serpent Shrine Portal in hand, sadly. Well, then we do this one. Witchy Lucky, yeah, sure. For the king, eh? But I want to kill the healing totem. So this one kills the healing totem. I will actually swing into that one. I didn't want to leave them a totem so that they could play Totemic Reflection. Sure, they can buff this one too, but it doesn't give them the copy. What changes does the arena need? Arena is so bad that it cannot be saved. I don't think it can be saved. They could make a copy of the totem now. Possibly. So I wonder what they're waiting for. They have 1 Grand Totem buff for every totem in the deck and hand, so that was a major surprise.
For honor.
So this one goes there. Get the shield block first. This one goes there. I'll swing there. Do I make that 2/7 with Taunt? I think a 2-5 with taunt is fine. Let's do that. Alright. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I had to spend 2 of my weapon buffs to survive the early board and prevent the shaman from snowballing. But that has now been achieved. Now these minions and this heavy axe can still fight for the board a little bit. Then there's a Deathwing. If those fail, there's a couple of brawls. If shaman really gets to do a wide board. From here I should be able to win. Should. We'll see. Depends on their damage spells, I guess. Ah, they just give up. Look at that. That was a game that I won because I played Upgrade to give myself a 1-3 weapon. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.